I'm Savannah Smith, and this is Just Football, where we will be covering local high school football, college, your New Orleans Saints, and much more. I'll bring you exclusive interviews with interesting people and some key players in our community. You can catch the show every Tuesday and Friday at 8:30 on WGUD, as well as the Facebook and YouTube page. Hey guys, welcome to Just Football. I'm your host, Savannah Smith. Thanks for watching. Last week got so much love. Thank you so much for the comments, the feedback, the likes, and the shares. I hope everybody enjoyed it. This week, let's get straight into high school football. We are going to be following East Central and Gulfport. We had some great interviews from Coach Archie in Gulfport and Coach Smith in East Central. So yeah, let's get to it. This was really fun for me. Both of these teams had explosive energy, so they were really fun to watch.
Once he gets back, now you come at him. Want to shoot? Downhill to curl. Go. There you go.
Hey.
All right, TJ, introduce yourself to everybody.
My name is Tommy Johnson. I'm from Gulfport. I'm the starting receiver. Slide in, outside. Pretty much, I base my actions on hard work. Things that can push me to be better. Pretty much.
Yeah? How long you been playing football, TJ?
I've been playing football since I was 6th grade. Well, I started in 5th grade at Pee Wee. And once I started developing, making travel teams and stuff like that, that's why I figured this is my passion. That's what I want to do.
Tell me about travel ball. What's the difference? What do you like most about that, or do you like playing school ball more?
Travel ball ended for me in 6th grade. I only played 2 years, but it really put me on the map for athlete-wise, so people know my abilities and stuff. So when middle school came, I was starting in pretty much everything, and then high school, it just took on from there.
What do you like most about football?
Character.
Character?
It builds character.
Yeah?
So if I never played football, I don't think I'd be the person I am today.
Who is TJ then? Who would your friends say TJ is?
Funny, humble, goofy person, really. We just want to better yourself in life.
Funny, humble. I like that. What about your parents? Who would they say TJ is?
A hard worker.
Hard worker?
Someone who makes anybody smile, pretty much. Just a positive person. But I got my ups and I got my downs. I'm not just the perfect person.
Of course.
Sometimes I get angry about some things. That's just one thing that I work on. But pretty much football helps me, relieve that type of.
Yeah, exactly. We all have that stress. We all have those adversities. What do you think something that you have overcome that football has helped with that?
My insecurities.
Right on.
Things that bring me down. Football really is my motivation to be better in life, and to make a way not only for myself but the people around me, people I love and stuff like that. So
I love that.
Football this is just my steps to that and God pretty much, and my support system. I'm gonna give you 2 goals. So
all right, let's go.
My first goal is to have at least 1,000 yards this season. That's just this season, and I'm gonna make that goal.
I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
My second goal is to get a couple SEC offers, because I feel like I'm an SEC player. I could do that, and I'm just working to get to where I want to be pretty much.
Katie, you got me out here sweating watching y'all practice, but it was a good practice. What do you think about it?
It was a good practice. We had some rough practices, and we went through it. It was a good practice. We ran through it pretty good, and tried to prepare ourselves for this week.
Yeah. How have you guys been doing the past 4 games?
We've had really good games. We came up short in the last game. A couple plays really separated that game. It should have been closer, but we've been really good this week.
Who do y'all play this weekend?
Picking.
How are they?
They're pretty good. Really good 5A team. Pretty talented, but it should be a good game.
Cool. So you're 18. Are you a senior this year? Right on. Going into your senior year of football, what do you hope to accomplish?
State championship. That's the main goal for everyone.
Right.
And really, just really having a great year last year playing football. So just having fun with the guys and everything.
Right. Outside of football, what do you do?
Well, I'm going to college for baseball.
Cool.
So
Position do you
baseball,
play?
shortstop.
Shortstop. I played shortstop for like a year, and then softball just wasn't my thing. But yeah, so baseball, cool.
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
Fish. What other high school that does play games, Madden.
Right.
Netflix.
You're good at gaming?
Oh yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of guys, they're gamers. I'm not good at it. My brother's great at it, not me. So if I were to ask your closest friends, your family members, who would they say that Cade Crosby is?
A competitor.
Competitor. I haven't heard that one yet. Okay, so what makes you a competitor? What really do you what do you get into as much as like if I were to say, are you just a competitor on the field, or are you a competitor in the classroom? Are you a competitor just with all things?
I mean, really anything.
Yeah.
I just want to be the best at everything. I want to know in school. I want to know more than anybody. I mean, it's just one of those things. I just want to be the best. So.
That's good. That's good. It's good to have that mentality, especially at your age, going into college ball. I mean, have you been scouted yet?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Where are you going?
Stanford University.
Nice. Very nice. Did you do any summer camps this summer?
Yeah, I played travel baseball this summer, so went to a few camps. But
Cool. Let's see. What else? What do you like to do when you're just hanging out? When you don't want to think about football, what do you like to do? Besides baseball, fishing.
Shoot, honestly, sleep.
Sleep?
Yeah.
Me too.
That's all I do.
Me too. What is that? Is that a ponytail on your wrist? Oh gosh. All right. Well, I have asked a few players who's got girlfriends, who doesn't. I'm assuming that's your girlfriend's
Yeah,
ponytail.
it is.
It's all good. So what else? What kind of music do you like to listen to?
Really anything, rap, country, church music.
Yeah.
Anything, so.
You go to church?
Yes,
Where do you go to church?
First Baptist in Gulfport.
Cool. So we're in the weight room.
Oh.
What's your bench? How do they say that? What are your
What do you mean? My back and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my bench is like 245, and then squat. I haven't squatted today because I fractured 2 bones in my back.
Oh wow.
So really, I can't squat anymore. So it's one of those tough things.
I haven't squatted in like 2 weeks. I guess I should go back to the gym. But anyway, it's cool. Well, I enjoyed watching y'all's practice. I almost got run over a couple of times. But I look forward to watching you for the rest of the season. Good luck in your baseball career.
Thank you.
And thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is John Archer. I'm the head coach of the Gulfport High School.
How long have you been coaching?
This is my 13th year.
13 years. Wow. Do you teach as well?
I really don't teach. I kind of help out with administrative duties around the school.
Cool. So we're going into third week. What's going on with your team going into week 3?
We're getting ready. We're ready to play a tough Picayune team. We had a tough loss last week against Oak Grove. This is actually our 4th week.
4th week?
Yeah, we're getting ready. We played Oak Grove last year. State champ runner-up last year. Had a tough battle, got behind early, just could never gain the momentum, but we're facing a really good Picayune team this week who are probably going to make a deep run for the playoffs in 5 days.
Do you have a younger team, or would you say you have a more experienced team this season?
Got a little bit of both. I'm a little young in some positions, experienced in some positions. I'm returning a few of my star receivers, Tommy Johnson, Deshaun Shields, will come back with us this year. But we're starting a few young guys all over the field, kind of just mixed.
What about your QB this year?
We have Cade Crosby, who's our quarterback right now. He's a transfer from Long Beach High School. He's pretty good. Still trying to learn the offense, but he's going to be fine. He's going to be really good once he graduates.
And how old is he?
He's a senior.
Senior.
No, we just got it. We're Gulfport. Right now we're sitting at 2-1, looking to come out of this thing. We want to be 3-1 out in the district, take a break, work on some fundamentals. Make a run. This will be our 3rd year. We're going to be pushing, make it 3 years in a row for a district championship. Right
on. Thanks, Coach Archie.
All right, thank you.
Hey, welcome back. The high school portion of our segment is brought to you by Greater Home and Auto.
Love this weather. It's about being rare, isn't that right? R-A-R-E. Get there.
for meeting with me today right before practice. Tell me about the last 2 games that you guys have had.
Week 1 played Harrison Central at Gulfport. Give all the credit to Harrison Central. They beat us 21-14. Felt like we left a lot to be desired, a lot of rust on the field, but that happens a lot of times going into your first game. But we had 2 weeks to prepare for our next opponent. Felt like we polished up and knocked some rust off and went out and played a little bit better this last Friday.
Yeah, I met with Coach Fant last week, so you guys came out with a win with that. It seemed like a pretty big win, but did you feel like you accomplished anything that you went in to accomplish, or do you think you left anything out?
Yeah, there were 3 things we wanted to make sure that we got better at. One was penalties. We had 7 holding calls week 1. We only had 1 Friday night. We tackled better. Thought our tackling was poor. Some of our better guys on defense missed some tackles that they usually make, but they did a good job of bouncing back last Friday, tackled better. And I thought our offensive line was better. Guys like Fisher Davis up front, thought they came off the ball better in week 2. Week 1, they were kind of iffy, but felt like we kind of got back to playing our brand of football.
Right on. Okay, so let's pop into some questions like easy ones that some people may not know about you. How long have you been coaching?
This is my 16th year.
Have you always played football, or
Since I was 7 years old. Yeah, I've been around it pretty much my whole life.
What position did you play?
I was a slow linebacker and quarterback in high school. Yeah.
Slow linebacker.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, after coaching for so many years, what is it that you hope to put into your athletes? What's one thing that you strive to be for your athletes, and one thing you hope to teach them along the way?
We've kind of got it may be corny to some people. We've got a little saying, be rare. Relentless attitude, relentless effort. So everything we're trying to attack in daily life on the football field, attack it with a relentless mindset, meaning no matter what obstacle comes my way, whether it's trying to tackle somebody or block somebody or overcome something at home in my personal life, let's do it with the right attitude and the right effort, and anything can be done.
I love that. Relentless attitude, relentless effort.
R-A-R-E. It took me 3 years to come up with that. Yeah.
Coach just left us to interview, and let's talk football. Let's talk, let's start with you, QB. How about that?
Right.
So, you played 2 games. How have your games been?
They went well. I think the first game we just beat ourselves. We had 6 holding calls, but the second game we played our kind of football, and we were fortunate enough. So I had 5 touchdowns, and defense did great. When varsity was in, they didn't even allow a touchdown.
Okay, cool. How old are you, Will?
17.
17. Are you a senior this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So, Coach was talking about you playing ball after high school. Have you already been scouted?
I've been looked at. I haven't got an offer yet.
Cool, cool. What, if you could pick a school right now, where would you wish to go to? Just to throw it out there. You never know.
Well, my favorite team is Arkansas.
Okay.
Since I was a kid,
Okay.
so that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Have you always played football since, Pee-wee, 6th grade?
Ever since I could remember.
Cool, cool. What is it most about football that you love?
Just the game growing up, I just always loved it. It was always, I guess, kind of a getaway.
Yeah? What do you do when you're not playing football? What's something that, what would someone say, this is what Will does in his off time when he's not thinking about football?
Working out.
Working out?
Yes,
Cool. Oh, that's right. Okay, so Coach was bragging on you in the gym. What are some of your, what do you guys call it when you're in the gym? Your max? What do you, yeah, what do you max out?
My squat this summer was 630. My bench was 405.
630, 405. Numbers that I will never get to. Cool. Speaking of this summer, did you guys do anything fun this summer? Did you do any camps?
Yeah, we went to a bunch of camps. I went to South Alabama, Tulane, Southern Miss, and Jones.
Southern Miss to the top. That's my alma mater. How was that?
It went good. It was a fun camp, really long camp.
Really long. What's one thing that you took away from camps this summer? Or what's one thing that all the camps had in common that you truly utilized? You brought back to school and you were ready to utilize what you learned this summer?
Just finishing. Every camp talks about finishing.
Finishing. What? Finishing your hard work, your what?
Yeah, well, one, finishing finishing through the drills, finishing every play, and then 2-year grades. Every camp talks about your grades, make sure your grades are well.
Cool. So are you coach says you're a stud on the field, but are you a stud in the classroom? School was never my thing.
I'm an AP student.
AP student. That works. That works. All right, cool. What do we got? Zach, what position do you play?
I play inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker. Tell me about that. Tell me about that position. Your role as, are you a senior this year? Tell me your role as a senior linebacker this year. What do you feel like, is one of your responsibilities?
To be the leader. Last year I was by Avery White. He's at Southern Miss now. He was a leader, and this year I just got to step up and lead the guys to do great things.
Cool. With you guys both being seniors, what's one thing you hope to take away from your senior year? Because this is one thing, even just being a senior, once before in my life, like you forget certain things. So what is one thing that you hope to take away from your senior year playing football?
The brotherhood that we have.
Connection, the brotherhood, that's cool.
We're all best friends. This is the time of our lives right now, just trying to compete and go win the state championship.
Cool. Cool. So what's one of the big adversities you think you've overcome being a high school athlete? You're out here, you're playing against good talent, but what's one thing you think you still need to overcome?
I think what helps us is our effort, is overcoming that mental block in your brain. Like
Right.
whenever you're tired, you feel like you can't go no more, to keep going.
Focusing.
And I think that's what helps us a lot on offense and defense against teams in the fourth quarter.
Cool. All right. Well, what's some fun questions that all of your fans out there want to know? What does Zach do in his spare time? Who is Zach?
I like working out a lot.
You like to work out?
Hang out with friends.
I like to work out a little bit. Y'all sound like y'all love it.
Coach Smith's trained us to do that. It's our mindset. So yeah.
Cool. Cool. Working out. Okay. What do you like to do for fun?
I like to hang out with friends, do anything with them, doesn't matter what it is. As long as I'm with my friends, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's something that a lot of people don't know about you? It doesn't have to be embarrassing. I mean, it could, but
That's all of them. I don't know about that really.
no.
Not the thing.
What's one of your pregame rituals?
Praying. I always pray before a game.
Good one.
And I get on the field and at the same spot every time. We're stretching and I say my prayer to myself.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I've been looking at your comments, I've been listening to your request, and one of the requests just so happened to be catching some middle school football action. I was at my brother's game last week against Long Beach, so here's some footage from the Ocean Springs Long Beach game, brought to you by Greater Home and Auto. I'd like to start following more junior high athletes. If you guys have a particular athlete or a team that you think I should follow, let me know. Comment below, who needs recognition? After all, that's what we do. In the next couple of weeks, I'll be highlighting individual athletes, ones that stand out, work hard, and overcome adversities. I look forward to showing you guys the best the Gulf Coast has to offer. Head over to the show's YouTube page and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a beat.
Come on, Isaiah. There we go.
Welcome back. So, those teams were so much fun to watch. Those kids had so much energy, those great vibes. I loved every second of that. The high school portion of our show is brought to you by Greater Home and Auto.
Obviously, that was a long field goal, but I think it was a good thing that we had attempted one from pretty much that same spot, earlier in the game. So he had to look at it, and man, just a ton of confidence. I think for all of us, just to get back into that situation where we had a chance to win the game, I think we all felt like it was going to happen. And the minute you heard that ball off his foot, it was a thundering kick. I think we all knew it was going through the uprights.
Was the Texas defense playing further off than you expected? Did you change something on that last pass with 2 seconds left of completion?
You know, they really, that whole drive, I think that, first of all, the challenge of that drive was 37 seconds, one timeout. You know, and you want to try to save that timeout if at all possible. So, you know, you need chunks, obviously, to put yourself in field goal range. And I felt like we did a really good job. You know, we practiced that, I think we felt like we knew exactly what we needed to do in order to give ourselves a chance to win. Big completion to Ted Ginn, clock it. Big completion to Mike, clock it. And then get up there and assess what they're doing. And I have the ability to get us into whatever play we need to get into that is going to put us in position to win that game. And you know, Ted did a great job all day long. You know, Ted, he had 7 targets, 7 catches, over 100 yards, a couple of really big plays, especially in the fourth quarter. First game out to have, you know, a game and a win like this on Monday Night Football at home has got to mean something.
So that there were a ton of plays I felt like in that game that, you know, were swing plays. We didn't play really smart when we got the lead, give up the big play to their top receiver. I mean, that's bad football, you know, and we can't allow that to happen. You know, he made too many plays tonight for one of our goals to be to eliminate or don't let him beat you, and we tried to. So that kind of thing we need to clean up as players and as coaches.
Welcome back. You know what time it is. Let's talk about them Saints. All right, so you all know that whole game against the Texans was a nail-biter. We were ahead, we were behind, we came back, and we won. Let's go in straight to it. I am a happy camper, where I get to sit little old me in the press box with a bunch of gumbo. I think I ate a hot dog at halftime. Listen, I'm happy. Not mad at my new deal with the New Orleans Saints. But let me just say what an experience it is when you see over 70,000 people come to the Dome for the first game. The energy was explosive, the people were ecstatic, and it was a good time. Kamara came through with the ending 169 yards, 7 catches, 72 yards, 13 carries for 97. Came back and had a great game. Thomas, one of my guys for my fantasy team, 10 passing for 123 yards. Not mad at it, not mad. And then, of course, Will Lutz, guys, the hero. That man was a hero on Monday night, let me tell you. People were throwing out their old jerseys and buying Lutz jerseys. I'm just saying. It was a great time. It took me an hour just to get out of the stadium, people. It was awesome. So, recap that game. Saints did it for us. Came through and won with a 30-28 win. Who dat? Next week, they're going to LA. I will give you a recap of that the next show. So, NFL's portion of the show is brought to you by Hoffman Chiropractic in Ocean Springs on Washington Avenue. Hey guys, welcome back. Savannah Smith with Just Football. Let's talk fantasy football. Speaking of, fantasy football segment is brought to you by Charter Bank in Ocean Springs. So, let's see who I want to talk about first. Deshaun Watson, super fun dude to watch on the field. Got to see him tear it up on Monday against our Saints. However, he was in and out of that medical tent, but he was 20 for 30 for 268 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. In addition to that, 1 rushing touchdown for 40 yards. Fun dude to watch, really fun. I don't even want to talk about Antonio Brown, even though he is projected to play Sunday against the Dolphins. We'll see. Don't really care. My dude Mark Ingram, good. Michael Thomas, killed it. Let's see, who else? Sutton, great. Oh, Dede. My dude Michael Bryant, one of my competitors, he was talking some smack about Dede, but honestly, he's still a fun dude and he's gonna have a great season. Let's get back to the show. That's our show, guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the Facebook page. Let me know what you want to see and who you want to see interviewed. Thanks again. My name is Savannah Smith, and this is Just Football. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure you comment below and let us know what you want to see and who you'd like me to interview on the Gulf Coast. Be sure to like, follow, and share on our social media pages. Thanks to all of the coaches, players, and sponsors that make this show possible.